Once again, it's time to get serious about the work that we're doing. That's why I'm passionate about me working with schools all over the world, working with principals, working with teachers, working with districts, looking at data to drive the instructions, looking at classroom management, setting up strategies that we can impact student achievement at all levels, at the high school level, middle school level, elementary level. It is So I believe that, if everybody say it can't get done, I'm like, yes it can, why not? I said, if these kids can't read, then I'm not gonna promote them. All this, mom, dad, I'm gonna look you in your face and say this kid can't read. We let them down. School, parents, we let them down, but I'm not gonna take them to the next grade knowing that they're not at grade level. It's funny because I'm always like, okay, how are schools successful? Well, schools are successful when they demand greatness. Greatness just doesn't come. We're about to make history. We're about to learn. We're about to grow. We're about to make history. And then, mark my words, it's going to be other school districts, other places around it that's going to be doing this thing. We're going to be the first model. And I'm speaking that into existence, okay? If you can really take the map and drive the instructor inside the classroom and link it to the M step, then everything will move. You see it?
Ladies, third grade teachers, could you tell me, how do you think this professional development was for you today?
Easy. It was productive. It was exciting. But we'll never leave Mr. Hurt's advising.
Because the schools that I've worked with, the teachers I've worked with, their scores just go through the roof because what I do is I talk about practical stuff that's practical. Because I'm a former teacher and also I'm a principal, so I'm gonna be telling you guys things that I know will work in your classroom.
For booking, please visit shurtschool.
Good morning, everyone. This is Sean Hurt, school turnaround specialist with my Saturday morning podcast, and I'm excited about this podcast. Every Saturday, I'm excited. We have another powerful podcast, and this morning, the discussion will be, what should you do as an educator with your end of the year data? What should you do with your end of the year data? So make sure you get that pencil, paper out. You know how I like to do it. I like to give out tips, strategies, things of that nature. Also hit that share button, because what we need is that we need principals, superintendents, leadership teams on this podcast to get the information so you can disseminate it back to your school and also to your district. So give me about 2 minutes as I get all of my LinkedIn and Facebook people in, and then also when you come in, you need to let me know where you're coming from. Let me know what state you're representing and things of that nature. So just give me about 2 minutes, and I'm excited. I have so much information to share on today. I got a lot of things to talk about, so I cannot wait. So I want to make sure everything is fine, everything is good. Yep. Yeah, make sure my volume is good and everything is fine on my end. Yes. I cannot wait. This is going to be an exciting podcast. It's going to be an exciting podcast. So give me about 30 more seconds. Let me get situated. All this stuff that's taking place, all these, just groups and just all this stuff. And in Michigan, we had some pretty decent weather yesterday. So today it looks like we might get a little rain, but that's fine. We need the rain so I can get my grass, a little water on my grass, so my grass could be green on my street. I want to have a decent lawn this year. I want to have my flowers blooming and my lawn looking good. Yep. So I am all right with the rain. All right, so let me go ahead and check in. Let me check in and see who's with me. Let's see who's all with me on this morning. Let's see who's all with me on this morning. So I want to say good morning to Constance Sherrod. Good morning to you. Tuning in from that's Mississippi, Pearl, Mississippi. Good morning to you, my friend. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for supporting my boy David Bell. Good morning to you, David Bell from Ben Harbor, Michigan. Good morning to you. I was talking to some people from Ben Harbor, Michigan this past week. This past week. So every time I think about Ben Harbor, I always think about you. Good morning to you, Dr. Jeter. Good morning to you from Illinois. Good morning to you. It's always a pleasure. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Dr. Houston from Create and Educate. Good morning to you. We have Trina Fletcher in the house. Good morning to you, Miss Fletcher. Good morning to you. We have Rodney McCourty in the house. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. It's always a pleasure. We got Rella Hicks in the house from Georgia. Maybe if I put on my glasses, I can see better. You know, those eyes ain't young like they used to be. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We got Rashard Davis in the house from Vegas. Good morning to you. Good morning to you from 702. We got AP Patrick Lawrence in the house. Good morning to you from Connecticut. It's always a pleasure. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We got Melissa Jones Chunu from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Good morning to you. We got my good friend Principal Johnson. Salute to you. It's always a pleasure seeing you from Detroit. Good morning. Good morning. We got Professor Laws in the house from North Carolina, praying for you and the family. I saw some of your posts. I'm praying for you and the wife. So good morning to you. You know, I was praying for you the other day, so I'm keeping you up in prayer. Good morning to you. We got Rodney McCorder from Marion's County School District. Good morning to you. And let me get about two more and I'm gonna be done. We got Miss Flowers. Good morning to you, Miss Flowers. Good morning to you from Georgia. Give everybody my love over there. Give everybody my love. And then we got Lynetta Wilson. So I'm gonna stop right there. And she's coming from North Carolina. So let me stop right there. Once again, good morning to everybody. Sean Hurt, School Turnaround Principal. And the topic on today is that what are we going to do with our end of the year data? End of the year for some schools and districts is in 3 to 4 more weeks. So hey, listen, we getting this data back. What are we going to do? So I'm gonna talk about it. I'm going to make sure that we're on one accord with that. But before I get into my topic, you know what the question I always ask, and I want you to put it in the chat. If you're a first time coming, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Always got to give salute to Principal Kafele. Good morning to you. I'm sorry. You know what? That's my mentor. So I stopped, saw you. Good morning to you, Principal Kafele. Always a pleasure. So the question I always ask is this, and please, I want people to put it in the chat. What is keeping you up at night as an educator? What is keeping you up at night as an educator? Okay. Let me tell you one thing, and I'm gonna start it off. And I'm gonna tell you one thing that's been bothering me for many years, and I saw it, and I've been seeing it more frequently the last couple of weeks, the last couple of months. Is this: the men at your school, the men at your school, they are more than gym teachers, and they do more than just discipline kids. They're not the in-school suspension people. They're not just the gym teachers. I really would like more educators, more men to step away from that. Not saying that is wrong, but to really put on that curriculum hat, the men in the schools. Okay, you can learn about pedagogy, you can learn about curriculum, you can learn about data, you can learn about standards, you can learn so many different things than just being a gym teacher and a disciplinarian. Oh, I kind of messed up that word. Dealing with discipline, and I'm saying that. Please, pretty please, with Sugar on top, let's change that narrative, okay? Not saying there's nothing wrong with that. Not saying that we can't have men being gym teachers and deal with discipline, but also we can have men that can be instructional leaders, being over the curriculum, leading the data meetings, looking at standards, unpacking standards, things of that nature. So that is the thing that's keeping me up at night. More men. We are more than just gym teachers, and we do more than just dealing with discipline, okay? So put it in the chat. What are some of the things that's keeping you up at night. I see Dr. Houston. The current systems do not serve our students best. I am in total agreement with that, Dr. Houston. I am total in agreement with that, Dr. Houston. Yes, who else is and then we got Josh Tarver. Anybody else is putting in anybody else's I see Constant Sherrod, the lack of justice practices training for this younger generation of parents. We have to teach the community as well. Yes, we have Kim Ross. Good morning to you. Are my students truly ready for the next grade level, especially my 8th graders? That's why we're going to talk about. So all of these are good things. All of these are good things. So what is that 1 or 2 things that's keeping you up at night as an educator? Okay. Let's go with what's been going on with me. What's been going on with me? Well, I have some exciting news, everybody. I have some exciting news, and this is me personally. And I really don't brag. I'm not going to say brag, but I'm going to talk about my 2 kids. I have a son. His name is Caleb. He's in the 10th grade. And I have a daughter. Her name is Charity. She's in the 12th grade. So I'm going to talk about my son first. My son this week, he was inducted into the National Honor Society at the high school as a 10th grade. He was inducted to the National Honor Society. That was very big for me and the family, for me and my wife. Okay. And not only was he inducted to the National Honor Society, also they gave out, he made the principal's list. He has a 3.9 grade point average currently as a sophomore, has a 3.9 grade point average as a sophomore. So I was very happy with that. So that's my son. And then on the same day that my son was inducted to the National Honor Society, my daughter also, she's been in there since the 10th grade as well. So then she got her pinning ceremony. And then I have pictures, I'm going to put it up, of my son and my daughter in a room, National Honor Society. In addition to my daughter's Charity, she's in 12th grade. In addition to that, yesterday, she is the valedictorian of her school. So she'll be doing a high school commencement speech in a couple of weeks. She's the valedictorian of her school. She has a 3.99 grade point average. In addition to that, she also is dual enrolled in college. So in 2 weeks, she will be graduating from high school. She's 17 years old. She'll be graduating from high school with her high school diploma. And also, she will also graduate with her associate's degree in college. So she's having an associate's degree and a high school diploma at 17 years old. And then also she will be attending Tuskegee University. She'll be majoring in chemical engineering. She received a merit scholarship. So that's the highest, that's the second highest scholarship that you can get. All of her school board, everything is paid for at the college level. And then in addition to that, she's on, currently she has about $13,000 of scholarship money that she has applied for and gotten. So me and my wife are so thankful. Both of my kids are doing good. My daughter, like I said, the valedictorian, she has an associate's degree. So she'll be the first person in her school ever to graduate from with a high school diploma and associate's degree. So I just want to say I'm a very happy, very proud dad. So I will be putting some posts up in the next couple of days with both of my kids. So I'm just thankful for that. All right, you say, Hurt, okay. And then this last thing is that also with that, this week I've been the last couple of months, I've been talking about working with school boards. So this week I worked with 2 school boards. And what I'm doing is that I am supporting school boards in understanding their roles in governance as relates to supporting schools and districts. So I'm working with school boards. I'm sitting there working with them. We're developing strategic plans. We're talking about things that they can do, how to be able to govern the school district in the right way. Because a lot of times I'm not going to say disconnect, but sometimes the school board and the district, it could be a big fight. And when that takes place, you don't see a lot of positive things that will go on in the district. So I'm working with them. So I've been doing that for the last couple of months, but I'm going to start talking about it, and I'm just happy regarding the work that's taking place. So, all right. So enough of that. We're going to jump into it. hit that share button. Let me know where you're coming from. What should you do with your end of the year data? It is the end of the year for many districts across the world. You have 4 more weeks before the kids go off for the summertime. But with that, you are receiving data because it's finishing up. Some districts, like in Michigan, you're getting your preliminary your preliminary state data. It's called the MSTEP. So if you are a school in Michigan, I wish I had 1 million schools in Michigan. If you take the 8th grade math or 7th grade math on Monday, you'll get preliminary data on Wednesday. So that's what the state of Michigan does. Some states you have to wait. Some you get it right there. I don't know different states, but also with that, what do you do with your data? Now, and then I'm going to walk you through it because this is what I did, and this is what successful schools do. I'm not going to tell you what schools that are not successful do. I'm going to let you know what successful schools do, okay? And not in no particular order. One of the first things that you do, you get your data back, and I'm reading from my notes. You want to compare what does the data look like, your data look like for this year compared to the last 2 years. So you get your data, you want to compare what does my data look like this year compared to my last couple of years, okay? Did we grow? Did we make our 8 to 10 proficiency growth in reading and math? Where are we at? Did we grow? So that's the first thing that you want to do. Now, I'm going to break it down even more. All right, Hurt, where can I go to get my data really quick? Let me show you. And I always talk about this. It's a website called schooldigger.com. I'm going to open it up. So give me 1 second. And like Josh Tarver says, you need to go slow. So I'm going to go slow. So, all right, now, everybody stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. I'm going to stay on this for 3 minutes. It's called schooldigger.com. I'm going to wait 1 second. And this is what it should look like when you go on that page. Okay, let me make sure we got everybody situated. Hold on, can you guys see it? I want to make sure that you guys are seeing. Okay, yep. Okay, we good, cool. Is this my thing is lagging mine? All right, and then I'm gonna pick a state. Let's go Georgia. I'm all right because I got a lot of Georgia people on here. I got my Georgia folks. So look. Right here, it will list all of the elementary, middle, and high schools in the state of Georgia, and they rank them, okay? They rank them. So your school is in here. All right. So now I'm just going to randomly let's go to middle school. Let's close this. I'm going to go to middle school, the best middle schools. I don't know. I'm just going to randomly pick a middle school. I'm just going to pick any middle school. All right. Let me just go right here. Let's go with this. I'm going to go to Riverside Middle School. It's in Columbia County. I don't know what that is, but I'm random. No, what? Let me go. I'm sorry. Five Forks Middle School. Let's go to Five Forks Middle School right here. Boom. I'm going to click right here. All right. Look at me. This is what I want you to do. Your data is coming. So now it tells you everything. Your ranking, test scores, the whole 9 yards. All right. Now, just really quick, I'm going to go to test scores. All right. Uh-oh. All these pop-ups. Okay. Now, look. It's giving me the 6th grade scores. So it's showing me really quick what the school is, what my proficiency is at my school for my district in the state of Georgia. So for 6th grade LA, random school, 71% of kids were proficient. In the district, in the county, it was 49%. Georgia, 41%. Let's look at math. 67% for the school, 42% for Georgia, for the county, and 34%. So we all get it. So it will take you 3 minutes. Now, it's going to take a couple of months for it to click on here, but you can see it from the previous year. Look, 2024. And then also look here. I'm going to give you a PD real quick. If I click on here, I can look at 2020, 2023, and 2024. Look, so I don't have to scramble, try to find things Everything is right here. So I am asking every person that's on my podcast, if you don't do nothing else, go on schooldigger.com, take 15 minutes, play with it. I showed you how to get to your school and just find where you're at. So for example, this school in 2023, 56% of the kids were proficient. 2024, 71%. When you get your proficiency for 2025, you can see where you're at. Did we stay the same? Did we increase? Did we go down? Really simple. I wanted to show you this because this is going to help you out as you move forward. All right. So stay with me. I said, listen, we are going to the next level. I said, I am going to the next level with this. So that's the first thing. I don't want you to try to figure things out. That's the first thing you do. How do we compare from the previous year based on our current data? Okay. Next thing is this. I'm kind of looking over my note. Okay. Next thing is that when you're looking at your data, you want to analyze the trends, identify key success and area of improvement. You want to identify key success and area of improvement based on the data. You might not get your state data to 5 or 6 more months. I've been working with schools and say, hey, we don't get it until September, October. That's fine. Now you look at your district data, you get your iReady, your NWA, whatever you take right there on the spot. Look at that data, look at your key success. Did we make our end of the year goals? We wanted to have 65% of our students to meet their end of the year goals. Did we meet that? Yes or no? Also, what areas of improvement do we need to focus on based on the data? You're going to analyze your trends. How does that sound? Talk to me. How was that sounding? Okay. Next thing that you're going to do is that you're going to use your data to set up goals for the upcoming school year. You're going to use your data strategically to set goals for the upcoming school year. Currently, you need to look at it and say, okay, what is going to be my goals for the 2025-2026 school year? What is that going to look like? All right. And now we're setting our goals for the school and grade level. Okay. Then also, the next thing that you're going to look at is this. As I'm looking at my goals, what professional developments do I need to have or develop in my school for the summertime to help support my teachers? What PD, based on my goals, what PD do I need to send my teachers to or have coming to my school to help support my teachers? Once again, we'll send our teachers and staff to PDs, but it's not impacting the needs of our staff. Also, as a principal, what PD do I need to do? Sometimes, like Principal Kafele say, we need to look ourselves in the mirror and say, okay, based on my data, and you might not have reached your goals, I need to bring somebody in. I need to get a coach. I need to go to a conference. What do I need to do in order to improve as an instructional leader? You can't just go out there and just pick things. You got to look at your data to say, okay, this is going to help move my school in the right area. All right, let's stop right there. I see a lot of feedback. Nancy Edwards, that's what we're going to do. Yes, I'm coming, I'm working with our school, and this is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to unpack this, talk about this. This is what we're going to do. This is how successful schools go about their business. You can't do all I said is you can't do what you've done in the past. This is what successful schools do in order to go to the next level. The most important as a principal, this time was the most important time because I got a plan. You don't plan when the kids are in the school. You got to plan during the summertime. You got to get things in place. You got to get your staff in place. You got to get things in place in order to be successful. Next thing is this. Not only are you planning PD for your staff, but also you're going to plan to make sure that you have a full staff coming back. How do you know if, are your teachers coming back? Yes or no? What is the data saying? See, I thought you were just talking about the academic data. No, I'm talking about staffing data as well. You have 35 teachers in your building. You might have 30 teachers coming back. You have to find 5 teachers to fill the 8th grade science position, the high school Spanish position, and that 5th grade teacher position. You have to fill those positions. You have to get those people in. So you say, okay, that's me right there. I got these positions that I have to fill. What strategies do you have that we can get not just anybody like Josh Tarver said? We don't want Mr. or Mrs. Potato Plant sitting in those seats because you got a warm body in there. I hate that when they say we have a warm body in there. I cannot stand that. That means the kid's not learning. You just got somebody in there sitting there with their arms folded, passing out copies of a lesson, and they just doing the work on a paper. We don't want that. So now, how do we get superstar teachers within your building? One thing that I did when I needed to find teachers, and I did this, I went to my staff, teachers on my staff, and I would ask them, hey, do you know somebody that would like to come in and work at this school? Do you know some of your friends that would like to come in and work at this school? Oh, you do? Hey, could you give me their name and number, and I'm going to call them, and we're going to sit and have a conversation. Let me, and I'll put it on my Facebook. There's a difference between a conversation and an interview. I do not believe in interviewing none of my teachers that are superstars. We're going to have a conversation because I want to know a little bit about you. I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to know a little bit about the school to make sure this is a good fit. I am not interviewing you, and that's the problem. Let's go to a whole nother level with this. I'm talking good. We're not interviewing candidates no more. Look at my Facebook page. We are having a conversation with the candidates, with the principals, with the assistant principals, the coaches, and the teachers. Now, also with that, this is what I had to do because it was a couple of teachers that were superstar teachers. Not only did I have conversations with them, but also I would have my leadership team, my AP or somebody else, and we would take the person out to lunch. I'm going to say this again because I wanted to get that 8th grade science position filled, and I knew that Mr. Robinson was the best candidate. I knew that. So now I know that there's 10 other schools looking at them. It's a teacher shortage. So how do I stick out from somebody else? Not only did we have a conversation with them, but also we did the interview process. I mean, not the interview, the conversation off campus. We went to a nice place, sat down. It wasn't nothing for me as the principal to spend $70 to $80 on a nice lunch or dinner with me, maybe my AP and this candidate. Why? Because I wanted to make sure that this person knew how much I cared. I wanted this person in my building. This is not the 80s and 90s anymore where we got 100 candidates. Nope. We got to go out there and get that. So that strategy worked wonders with me. Interview, I did not do that. It was a conversation and we went out. And 9 times out of 10, I was able to get that particular candidate. Oh man, it's 10:29. So let me stop right there because I want to make sure I stop and everybody goes to Create and Educate. So just a couple of things. If you like what you heard, please share. Please leave comments, hit them emojis because I want this to go big. And the other part is that if you need me to come in and support your school, hey, I'm just an inbox, a phone call away, and we can make it work. And also, if you have not picked up my books, I always talk about my books, parent book. So certain districts have already ordered this book for their parents. It will bless you. You can look at your Title I, Title II funds. You can order from there. Order for all your parents. Order for your parents. It is blessing people all over the world. And also my school transformational book, How to Transform Your Inner City Schools and Raise Student Achievement. So thank you very much. Let's go over and support my good friends, Create and Educate. I see you next week. Thank you. And if no one have told you this, I love you. I care about you. And let's go ahead and let's have a blessed week.